I got a fish. I didn't even know he was on. But still catching fish. What is that? Hello folks and welcome to Action Angling. Today might be sort of a throwback episode if you've watched my channel for a long time. No boats, which is probably like the first time in a long time I'm doing a video with no boats. So we get a lot. Me and Christopher did another session of belligerent answering of fishing questions this previous weekend, and a lot of the questions that were coming up now in November, late November, is what to do when the water gets cold. So a lot of the consensus was that the fishing just gets tough, and fishing is hard to do in the cold weather, and for a lot of things it is. Like if you're fishing ponds for bass, I know it slows down greatly, or the lakes, even if you don't know where the fish are stacked up, then yes, it gets very difficult. But today I'm going to show you what you can do, and that is, number one, lower your standards. Go find a creek, dozen worms, pick them. We picked some worms the other night. It's still warm enough to do that right now, thankfully, but some years you can't. Some years you got to go buy them. And maybe some microplastics, you know, the Nix waxies. They're always a good solid alternative to worms. Shrimp is another good bait choice, but I don't have any. Yeah, we're just gonna go find a creek, worm and hook, see what we can catch today in Action Angling. Okay, so I found a decent looking little spot here, and here's something that I didn't really throw into the intro. I'm looking for spots at this time of year. So I was down about 5 concessions from here, I would say. Water was crystal clear, didn't see a single fish. And I come up here, and there's no dam or obstruction in between here and there, so nothing like that is going on. But I come up here, and the water is all dirty. So that tells me that some sort of fish up here are rooting on the bottom, and actually I can see feeding bubbles to my left, which is more than likely carp, but I will take it. There's also, a variety of species in this creek that are possible. One thing I forgot is my ultralight, so I'm going to use this new to me 12.5 foot Fenwick HMX that Rick has given me. Rick from Mini Videos, if you watch my channel. Nice guy. He's kind of out of the trout fishing game, and he said I could use it. Pretty much it is mine now, except for if he happens to go trout fishing with me and he needs a trout rod, then of course I will let him use his rod. Well, it's got just a tiny hook on here, but we're going to send it anyway. If it doesn't work, then I'll upsize a bit, but looks like a number 10. But we got the sliding weight, a little bit of fluorocarbon. Oh god, there's a bunch of fish to my left. And it would appear that at least some of these fish are eating. Yeah, had a few hours child free today. Figured to get out and do some of that old school fishing like we used to do on the channel all the time. And really, you know, this is one of my favorite things to do at this time of year. I know a lot of the people, they're hung up on the steelhead and the walleye, pike, maybe muskies for some people, and I've been doing all that. Haven't been filming. First of all, I just don't film steelhead at all. Those steelheaders just cannot handle it if you film a YouTube video fishing for steelhead in their spot. They think that all their spots are secret, even though they're clearly explained in the regs where all the open extended season fishing spots are. But anyways, I'm not here to bitch about steelheaders. I just like catching fish, man. So to make this even weirder, I have actually seen 2 fish surface. Small ones, mind you, but there's another one as I speak, literally. So there's fish here. Don't know what my problem is. I just like 1 minute ago. Just put a float on. Still weightless worm. There's another fish. It's starting to surface like crazy. So yeah, I put a float on. Weightless worm. Give it kind of a long lead. Maybe if it drags slowly along the bottom, that'll attract a little more attention. I got a fish. I didn't even know he was on. Just a wee little carp, I believe. Yeah. Oh, that's alright. Look at him bend that. HMX. Alright, I think I need the net. I'm gonna try this without the net. Oh boy, that's a long rod. We got him. We got him. Number 10 hook, half a dew worm. Thin wire hook. There we go, we got a little carp. Hey, I'll take it, man. Take it. No skunks. Yeah, they seem to like that bait, just slowly dragging along the bottom. So I guess whatever they're eating is some sort of grub or something that's... or insects that are moving. Got him. Got him. Well, it seems like there's a lot of very small carp here, but that's okay. We're catching fish. They call this runs water in the UK. All these little overpopulated little carp. Doesn't mean there ain't a big mama in there too. Oh dear. Oh, he just popped off. He's right down there. Just another like 14-inch carp. Hey. He'll find his way out, I'm sure. And I just gave myself enough lead. I don't know how deep it is here, but I assume it's not much deeper than 3 feet, so I gave myself like 3.5 feet, or maybe even 4 under the float, so that the bait is on bottom, but it's just slowly dragging that worm like a natural river insect or grub or whatever. Guys, there's a deer. Oh, you probably can't see him. Big deer just going crazy across the river. Big old whitetail. Huh. Thinking maybe there's some perch or some creek chubs that moved in now. The way that they're eating. Yep. Can I call that or what? Creek chub. Whatever. Whatever, man. We ain't out here to catch trophies. We're out here just to get bites. Little creek chub taking a poop on my hand. Spooked a bunch of carp when I was reeling them in. Creek chubs are really activating now. This might get annoying. Oh, that's not a creek chub. That's something better. Not a carp. You ate it right away. Like only the tiny ones want to eat here, but it's okay. Be nice to get like a 5-pounder or something. Sure, they gotta get that big at least. Oh god, I think that's the biggest one. Which ain't saying much. There we go. Well, 14-inch carp. Scrap pretty good for little fish. Wish I had my ultralight, be a lot better scrap than that. But still fun. The old steelhead setup. Big chub. Oh no, it's a sucker. Oh, jeez. Another species. There we go. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Little white sucker. Always happy to see these dudes. Just a wee guy. Maybe good musky bait, but won't be doing that for a while. Oh god. I thought that was a chub. That is not a chub. Oh dear. They're all little cookie cutters though. Can't tell me there isn't a bigger one in here. I fish this creek, you know, not often, but you know, a few times a year, and it's actually one of the better creeks for slightly better size usually. Maybe I'm too far upstream. They put on a fight though. Light gear. You just gotta use light gear. Exercise some patience. I cannot reach that. Change your rigs, read the water. You know, I went from that crystal clear water, which obviously if I was trout fishing that would be ideal. But for the less desirables, dirty water means, in the cold weather, means that they are eating and moving around. And there we go. I think that might be the biggest one yet, though that's saying basically nothing because they're all tiny. Either way, it's fun. Tried to throw another bridge to get a break here, but still catching fish. What is that? That's something different. Oh, it's absolutely tiny carp. I thought it was a really big crappie for a second. Oh boy, he swallowed it. Oh shit. Tiny carp. Fish number, I don't even know what. Healthy population of carp. I know a lot of people will be like, that's not good. Carp are bad. Invasive. Guess what? If there wasn't carp in here in this shitty little creek, there wouldn't be any desirable fish to take their place. It would be all creek chubs and suckers, so. I like having the option of a slightly bigger fish than those. And by the way, carp in Ontario, non-invasive. They are naturalized, just like brown trout and a lot of other species, so get that word invasive out of your mind, unless you want to kill every brown trout you catch because it's hurting the brook trout populations. You know, generally people are pretty okay with there being brown trout in the creek, so. Another one. Oh, another species! We got a perch! Look at that. Actually a pretty good size one for a little creek. You could eat him. Not saying you get your whole dinner off of them, but you get some meat. There we go, we got a perch. Ain't nothing wrong with that. 4 species. It's getting very difficult to see my float. There we go. Perch? No, a chub. Biggest chub of the day. Alright. That took absurdly long to get that last bite because it's getting too dark out now. But as much as I want to keep sitting here and wasting my worms, that's going to be a wrap. Anyways, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to throw a like down if you like this sort of nonsense, and consider subscribing to the channel. I love you. We'll see you next time. Yeah, look at that. It's just starting to rain. Good timing, buddy. Good timing. Oh god, I'm gonna fall. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, my nuts. Oh.